introduce myself, I'm Tasha, the host for today's webinar. In this webinar, I will be accompanied by Mr. Puji, who will assist in gathering questions from participants during the Q&A session. I want to say thanks to all the participants who are here today to attend the first ASEAN Developer Discussion event with the topics like AI, Metaverse, and Database as a Service. This webinar is really interesting. Besides having speakers who are expert in their fields and from 3 different countries, the event is attended by participants from various ASEAN countries. There are attendees from Indonesia, Laos, Vietnam, Myanmar, Cambodia, Thailand, and many more. Then let me check something. Does anyone know what the ASEAN Developer Discussion is? All right, let me tell you straight away. ASEAN Developer Discussion is a platform for software houses and professionals in Southeast Asia, serving as a space to share knowledge, insights, and the latest trends in the programming industry. ASEAN Developer Discussion aims to be a channel for professional programmers or IT companies to showcase their skills and help each other grow. Ultimately, it aims to foster the development of advanced regional technology community. In ASEAN Developer Discussion, there are 2 types of members. The first type is regular members who participate as attendees in webinar events, like more people here today. The second type is steering committee members. What's the difference? For steering committee members, they gain additional benefits such as participating in the planning of ADD work, programs, and events. This includes budgeting, determining themes, selecting speakers, and even choosing the location. It is possible that there will be offline events in the future. The steering committee also has the authority to set future ADD policies, determine goals, establish formations, and select other potential members. It is hoped that in the coming years, ADD will become a professional platform serving as a bridge between IT agencies and professionals in Southeast Asia. All right, I can see everyone is getting eager. Let's dive right into the first agenda, which is the welcoming remarks from each steering committee, starting with Refactory first. Mr. Taufan, as a CEO of Refactory, I'm welcoming you.
Hey everyone, and thanks Tasha. So in the digital world we live in today, the software developer is one of its pillar. We are the ones who build this digital world, so our roles could not be more important nowadays. Our work will, impact thousands of people whom we might never see. So we have a responsibility to make our software as safe, as secure, and as enjoyable as possible for the user. And this platform, ASEAN Developer Discussion, I think, or I hope, this is a good place to share tricks, best practices, and new trends in software development. Today we have representation from 3 countries in ASEAN Developer Discussion. Indonesia, Vietnam, and Myanmar. I hope to see more ASEAN countries to join. So for those who see this webinar online and your company is located in ASEAN region and you believe you could contribute, please contact us. Thank you all for joining and happy sharing. Back to you, Tasya.
Okay, a warm welcome from the Indonesian Steering Committee. Let's also introduce the other steering committee from Vietnam. Mr. Philip, as a CEO of Investidea, you up next.
Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be participate today as actually the first webinar for ASEAN Developer Discussion. So we are confident to say that we are lucky because we're living in the technology area, which is very confident to say it's a flat road because we believe that anyone can access technology. And for today, with the platform of ASEAN Developer Discussion, is the right place for all of us together to collaborate together to make ASEAN developer to be a best community to fasten the development of tech businesses, not only for ASEAN, but for over the world. Thank you.
Okay, getting even more excited listening to the welcoming remarks from the Vietnamese steering committee. Hold on, we still have one more steering committee from Myanmar. Nishar, CEO of Sharrtz organization, please take the room.
Hello, everyone. It's good to meet you, and thank you for having me at the ASEAN Developer Discussion. I'm Sharrtz, and our organization is Sharrtz Organization Myanmar. We are a startup that develops Metaverse ecosystem with a lot of research, especially in high technology like augmented reality, virtual reality, and 3D visualization, etc. As a leading provider of Metaverse solution, we committed to developing innovative and cutting-edge applications that enhance users' experience and meet their evolving needs. Yes, thank you.
All right, we have heard from all three steering committee. How is everyone? Still interested in the main event? Before I begin, let me explain the rules for this webinar. First, please turn on your camera during the webinar to maintain engagement with one another. Second, please use the wallpaper background that our team sends to you. Third, keep your microphone muted unless you are invited to speak or contribute to the discussion. And then the webinar will be divided into two sessions. The speaker's presentation for 20 minutes and the Q&A session for 15 minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat box. Our team will collect them and address them during the Q&A session. And last, let's maintain a respectful environment during the webinar. Okay, in the first discussion, we will talk about AI-led transformation in industry. We will hear about this interesting topic from our speaker, Mr. Philip, a solution architect and the CEO of Investidea, who has more than 10 years of experience in the field. So please, Mr. Philip, it is your turn now.
Thank you, Tasya. Good morning again, everyone. So let me start with sharing. Okay. Good morning again, everyone. My name is Philip. I'm a founder and CEO of Investidea. So we've been founded 2018, and now we are in the way of working with the AI and bring the AI to the world. So I'm being my honor to start the discussion today with the first topic of the AI, and which is related to what we are building here in Investidea. We having a service called AI-led transformation service. So let's get started. So we all know that digital transformation mission is now the key for on the nation wide mission. So on the country bring to digital transformation mission. For example, in Vietnam, so the government, we are targeting to 2030 to become a fully digital transformation across on the major domain and material in Vietnam, which is bring a huge work to everyone. So I believe in Asian country like Indonesia, Myanmar, and Malaysia, Singapore, we both having that mission, and we are working as a tech company, so we having our responsibility to working so. And we believe that with the AI coming to the world, so we seeing that the contribution of AI to promoting the efficiency in this mission of digital transformation is much more efficiency, because we can see from some numbers saying that we can be able to reduce 20% costs, or even we can be able to shorten the development time to 50% with the AI in power. And as well, AI will bring another transformation to a lot of the world. Even in our world of technology, there are a lot of the things changing. The developer and all the product and businessmen need to be learning so fast to follow this transformation. And with this market, we aim to here seeing is Asian market. For example, you can see that the spend that's on the company in Asia reserved to AI is still increasing every year, and this will bring us a large number of the work to do which is for the IT services around $15 billion, which is a lot of work. And I believe it is much such as the blue ocean market for all the tech company in ASEAN to join in. With Investidea will start working with a couple of AI projects starting from 2021, and we having 2 years of R&D for shuffling and finding our way to working with the AI. And successfully back to last year, 2023, we successfully packaged our solution as a service saying AI-led transformation. And with the launching, our goal is to simplify the access of the AI solution for all the partner and customer product and services. So what we are aiming for is a little difference with the other player in the market, because at Investidea business, we more care on two areas. So the first is the expertise on the specification need, and the second is a level of customization. So for the expertise on the specific need is we are not working as we are good at NMN, we are good with machine learning, but we are more in the user case of the client, which is a chatbot, which is a recommendation system, which is dynamic pricing or more. So we're more focusing in a small need and really deep in the context so that we can solve the problem and increase the accuracy of the AI solution rather than do everything. And the second one is on the level of customizations. We are working with more option for the user for all the different criteria. For example, with the chatbot, for example, we can bring a lot of the option of the large language model to our clients, such as we can use with OpenAI, we can use with the MN like PAMN from Google, we can use any other different choice, depending on the customer constraint on cost, time, or different languages supported. So we are more bring a lot of the option to the client to select which is more and suitable to the client. So based on that two area, we are very confident that we are having a very creative approach so that we can help and bring the accuracy to the AI solution to any client. And with this focus on the principle of this, we are confident to serve our client with like fast development time, because normally with the proof model, which is already been running in a couple other projects already. So when we launch in the new solution, we just need about 2 or 3 months so that we can complete the full solution for the new client. And of course, because we are starting from something that is already there, and that's why we can cut a lot of the cost, even time for doing those solution. We also having a team for the expert consulting, which is having the AI PhD in some of the country, so that they can also be involved in a couple special case, so that to help for some other case as well, depending on the complexity of the client. So which is we are very confident to bring more AI solution and make it easier for all the client. The technology behind, so I know that AI nowadays is showing in a lot of the news and posts and every day. So even for the technology side, we are updating that every day, every week. There are new things coming. There are new version of the AI product coming, and we need to keep update. So the category of these AI work we divide by two categories. The left side is more on the cloud services and the ready-to-use solution, which is we can be able to plug from Google, Azure, or AWS, Amazon. And from here, you can see that we focus more in the solution which is working with a big data. And we also can use some of the ready-to-use AI, such as Vertex AI, OpenAI, or PAML from Google, which is ready to use and easy to plug to any platform. But the other side, we're also having a lot of the client that is need to be more secure in their data. So we are also working in the open source solution, which is can be able to host it on premise on the local server of our client. So we also working on a couple open source solution for big data, and as well as some other solution for the vector database, the MML, the model language, and the machine learning platform. Even that we go with both cloud or open source, we also make sure that the security is very important. So far, all the data that we're working with the client need to be respect the standard security for a certain ISO certification that we follow. And aiming for the business model of AI-led transformation, as I said with you earlier on the specific on the user case. So far, Investidea team can be able to package our solution by three first user case, which is very well successful last year. They are dynamic pricing, recommendation solution, system solution, and the customized AI chatbot. And currently, this year and in the future, our team focusing in more R&D and market research to build up more solution, and so that we can having a best fit solution for any client. Looking deeper on each of the package that we are having right now in the functionality. So we can see in the left is a dynamic pricing solution. This is actually the first ever AI in the world, which is really being used in many of the in the airplane company, which is working on the flight ticket pricing. So you can see back to 1,860 something. It's already been applied dynamic pricing solution in flight tickets. And nowadays it's easier for us to working with this to provide the recommendation price for each of the product service based on the unique characteristic. So for example, we're working in a company named iMotorbike, which is mainly working in the trading for the second-hand motorbike. And their daily activities normally to evaluate the price of a second-hand motorbike. So which is Honda brand and factory 2020, how much does this cost and how to sell it. So we are the AI system to have to structure everything and make the system to recommend the price for them across all the city in Malaysia. And you also can see the dynamic pricing in Amazon. So they also update the price every 10 minutes. So that is the key of using dynamic pricing. For the second solution of recommendation system, we serve like two different scenario. So the first scenario is on the fintech domain, which is we can having the AI machine learning system, which have the investor to analyze a specific crypto or specific stock signal based on the historical change on the price and also the news, the trend of the pricing of that portfolio. And we can be able to provide buy or sell recommendation with the confidence score based on what we recommend. And the investor can refer to that to make a decision. And the other recommendation system we are doing nowadays is on the e-commerce. Whenever we having a product services which is serving a massive user, we can be able to plug with our recommendation system so that we can, depending on the customer behavior in the website or depending on the customer historical transaction in the platform, we can be able to recommend the next and the most suitable product services we offer to the client, as well as the voucher as well for this. So the third one, we are very successful to working as on the AI chatbot. So we can be able to working with the AI chatbot, which is we can train the data by the own data of the business owner. So we are successfully trained the data based on text data, image data, and some of the video data. And we can, based on that know-how, we can bring together in a chatbot know-how, and that can serve the customer care, serve the consulting, or even the internal searching for fasten the working and performance. We can come with some demo just later on. So here is one of the demo we're working for the Vietnamese history, which is a very, we believe, challenge because you know that Vietnamese language is very hard to train and learn by the MMN model. So in this, we're using the Google PAML version 2 to train, and so far the result is quite successfully. So the input for us is more than 50 books, and we're training with the Vietnamese languages. So you can scan the QR to navigate to the website to see a couple of the transaction. So let me see a quick, yeah, so I'm using the English translation here so you can on view, like we can call to a couple of the question and then the chatbot can answer the question. And the thing interesting here is not only the answer in here, but it also providing the list of the 5 place in the know-how of the 50 books. We can we will bring the reference to the answer. So for example, I took in here, so it's saying that the content of my answer is come from the page 3756 of this book, and this is a book, and this is the content we collect. So that bring a good, significantly result because we can be able to do the refer to the other books for the user to take a deeper read. This similar chatbot we do is for the coaching for blockchain or crypto, where we can be able to ask any question about that. Same, we also come from a books that really deep in NFT, blockchain, and smart contract, putting into the chatbot. And here is a couple of demo that you see here, the price of iMotobuy for 8 GB in here. So we also providing the buying price, and also this is a selling price. And now you can see here, but after 2 hours, the price may change depending on the trend of the new or depending on the volume inventory of iMotobuy system. So may some change in the price, maybe up and down, depending on the inventory and depending on the market as well. So it's been refreshing every 2 hours. Okay, Bachitas presentation. Yeah, I hope you can discover more demo with us. A couple information about Investidea. So as we start is with our journey in AI. So on the clutch rank, we are one of the first company in Vietnam to jump in the AI domain, which has become the second AI company and the first AI implementation consultant in Vietnam. And following the Asia area, we are very proud to be the top 21 of AI implement consultant in Asia. And we hopefully that we can more and more serve more the client and to qualify our ranking and become the top AI company in Asia. So far, we also subscribe in the AI Excellence Award. This is a global one, and we are the solo representative of Vietnam to this award. And we become the top 19 finalists of the award. And we also from Vietnam, we've been retrieved the winner on the Southway Award. It is a Vietnam ICT Excellence Award this year, and in the innovation category. So far from Investidea, so we are lucky that we standard the services last year, jumping in the AI field. We are one of the top 100 smart moving company. And then we are aiming for the 3 years upcoming is 2026, which has become the top 5 of the AI fintech edtech consultant outsourcing in Asia region. And hopefully we can continue with the way to become the top 100 outsourcing in Asia region. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, this discussion about AI is really fascinating. I'm sure everyone here is already familiar with AI, but there are still so many new things we have just learned. Okay, the first topic explanation is done. Let's move on to the first Q&A session. Just a reminder, each Q&A session lasts for 50 minutes. Mr. Puji, you can start the Q&A session.
Okay, thank you, Tasya. And let's start the Q&A session. Philip already explained about the AI, and if anyone have a question, you can show it in chat or raise a hand. Okay, Philip, we have one question from Ardian. How can AI chatbot enhance customer service and engagement for a business? Okay, Philip.
Thank you, Andren. Yeah, and thank you, Andren, for your question. Yeah, so one of our solution is about the chatbot. Yeah, you're saying here for the customer services. So we are working on some of the complicated customer services for banking and for insurance. So actually, that is where it's bring the most efficiency, because you can see that for the insurance, for example, a term policy which is very big, and then not all of the customer can be able to understand and all of that feel and explain well. So AI can enhance a lot of the customer experience services, which it can answer correctly the question of the customer and refer to the document where the customer can be able to come deeper. And they can also have to fasten the correction and automate the way as well, because we can be able to plug with some of the automation where the customer can submit their ticket right away. Or in the e-commerce field, you can see that now the chatbot may also play the game of serving the client on the order as well. So we can be able to chat with the AI. The AI can provide some of the product services which suitable for your search, and then you can book the order right away and automate the full flow. I hope that answer your question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Philip. And thank you, Ardian, for the question. And we have another question from Chun. Is it possible to integrate our trained chatbot system in our created mobile application?
Yeah, thank you, Tunlin. Yeah, it's totally possible. The way we design the chatbot is a standalone system, isolated. Then we can be able to provide on the API integration with the chatbot, or even the socket integration. So in the mobile chatbot, in the mobile application, you just need to design a screen with a chat screen, and you can call to the AI chatbot via API or via socket, so that we can serve on the question and answer. That is fully possible. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Philip, and thank you, Chun Ling. Okay, we have another question from Danny. Okay, Philip, you show that we can teach AI to give a recommendation. So do this apply in another business like a bookstore? And is it possible to do this for small business?
Yeah, thank you, Danny, for your question. So the first one is, can be applied for business like bookstore? Of course, it is applied, as I show you the way of Amazon. Amazon, they also refresh the recommendation, also not dynamic pricing, but also recommend the books to the user. So let's say your user, they buy the second book, first book, second book, so we can be able to recommend the third book by on category and some of related information that the user leave behind as a behavior. So of course, it will be applied for the book as well. And for small business, this is the way that we aim for at Investidea for AI-led transformation. So anyone thinking that in order to integrate AI, and it's very expensive to integrate AI, but our answer is no. AI is easy to access for everyone. It's very cheap because we already package that as a solution. So even for the small business and with the very affordable cost, we even can be able to plug to your bookstore, to your small business, and we can running we have a couple of different packages models so that we can having a kind of commission model so that we are going win-win with the business owner, not the trap for the SaaS system, for example. So though our own can doable with our AI-led transformation service. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Philip, and thank you, Danny, for the question. And we have another question from Fatoriza. What are some real world example of AI chatbot being successfully implemented in enterprise setting? Okay, Philip.
Yeah, thank you, Farwa. So you're asking about enterprise settings, so meaning that's something internal, right? So one of the case we are setting in the one of our product is about the chatbot in order to matching and looking for on automate of the finding the loan program matching with these which is the user behavior. So we have a that AI can learn on a lot of the data behind on the warehouse know-how of the system, which is have an own loan program submitted by all the bank and on the houses submitted by the developer. And that can serve our user just to come and say, hey, I'm 30 years old. I have some of the information for the salary, which is the good loan program that's suitable for me. So the chatbot can learn all of that information in the back and then answer and forward the user to the correct information. So that is one of the simple solution we are doing for one of the fintech company in Indonesia. So before the system is, it needs to be 2 weeks from I as a house searcher. I come to buy a house to be matching with the loan, but nowadays with the chatbot and all of that know-how transfer in the system, we can be able to shorten all of that process in one day.
Okay, thank you, Philip. And we have some question, but the relation seems interesting here. Okay, our next question is about your technology or use. I didn't see PyTorch. What I know, PyTorch is mostly be used for open source LLM. So the question is, are you focusing on using AI service like OpenGPT, Azure, and etc.? If so, wouldn't the service cost you extra to subscribe? Okay,
Thank you,
Philip.
Reno. Yeah, I think in the screen we can have a not a space to show everything, but of course PyTorch is one of the the thing that we are working in here. So what we are focusing is we are not focusing in building something like from scratch. We are more focusing in the service, which is we want to inherit on the ready to use system plug together and enhance in the specific user case so that in that user case, we can use MNN, the correct MNN, we can use a correct way of the training so that we can provide the most accuracy for a certain user case. So we are more in the services of optimization rather than revamp the MNN model.
Okay, thank you, Philip, for the answer and Reno for the question. And we have another question from Tovan. Can we train and infuse empathic voice into AI chatbot so it will give new level experience to customer?
I believe it is a challenge. So you are saying a very top challenge of the AI for now. I believe that AI is more in the logic of understanding some of the question answer is still in the low level of the answer. For all of these sane and human feeling, I believe that it will be upcoming future of all the AI and ML. So from our side, we also hope that AI can do so in the future.
Okay, thank you, Philip. And we have another question from Ahmad Al-Bazari. Can we deploy models such as chatbot or object recognition into each device, like using on its inference?
Oh, that is a very technical question for edge device on X in different yeah. So I think for now we don't having the answer for this technical question, but our team will take this question for this specific and we'll come back to you for the answer. Would you mind to leave your email address, and that's we can come to you after this conference. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Philip. And we have another question from Erisco. What are the primary challenges on barriers to implementing AI chatbot in enterprise environment, and how can they overcome?
Thank you, Erisco. Yeah, I think the primary challenge is first is about the languages, because we are seeing nowadays on the MN they support English and some of the famous language over the world. So that's why if we are applying in some special languages such as Vietnamese, Bahasa Indonesia, for example, we have a challenge over there because the NNL is not designed for that at the beginning. So we need to really like find a way to work around to optimize that. And the second challenge is about the training itself. So for example, when we having a text already, but we need to have a way to split the text into a small chunk of the text and training the chatbot. So the algorithm to split the text is also need to be designed very well, and we need to having a couple different route of the training. We call this reinforcement training, so that the text can be not being split too small, but not too big. So that will be the balance we need to split the text to train the AI. I hope it answered your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Philip.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Philip. Answer, and we have one question from Tain. We try some engine like Neo, but sample. Can you recommend the automation testing tool? Oh, sorry, not the automation testing, but the automation tool.
The automation tool. Okay. I think it's not related to the AI yet, but for the automation tool, yeah, I think this is also the question we've been take a snapshot here. Please have to leave an email so we can have to answer you a question about this. Yeah, thank you, Dane, Matt.
Okay, and we have Ahmad. Okay, from Ahmad. What do you think of generative AI model in the future? Is it possible that we, as a human, design robot that can do something by itself?
Oh, thank you. That is a very hot question, actually. So everyone be scared about AI, right? But yeah, don't scare, because even for the robot, I'm joining a couple of the event global as well in terms of robot. So nowadays we are we already having a global agreement on the chip for the robot. It needs to be standard in one of the standard design standard. So in that design standard that is agreed over the world, that having one chip that is like something as you need to always having that chip in the control of the robot, so that if we having any abnormal behavior from the robot, we can be able to shut down the robot remotely from one center, remote from nation or the world. So that is a principle that we agree together, so that we still keep control everything. And your future, I think, believe is going quite far, because AI is not that yet. There's need time more for the human to be develop more technology to let more automation. Even the thinking, feeling is not there yet. So now robot is more like help us on some repeating tasks only. If we are thinking about something, that robot can help us in more creative thing. So that is still on the next like 5 years. So yeah, with this that reason, so we are just seeing the AI now is able to do some couple of the information with the massive of the thinking, but for the creative thing, it's still quite far for that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Philip. And Tasya, are we still have time for the Q&A question?
2 minutes left, Mr. Puji, for Q&A session.
Okay. Okay, the Q&A session, 2 minutes left. We have another question from Muhammad Wahyudi. The question, what are the most relevant AI use case for companies?
Thank you, Muhammad, for the question. Yeah, I think
Focuses
that
on the use case that have the realistic to implement.
Okay. Yeah, so I think in the Investidea blog, we have a lot of the blog posts saying on the general question about AI, and I believe that we have something similar to your question. For quick, I think that AI now they can jump into lots of the business for the company enterprise, but the most realistic to implement, I believe, can be something as automation. So if we are seeing in your company and some flow that can be able to automate by AI. So AI can solve that problem so that we can reduce costs for human costs or even for time or something to fasten the flow. And I think that happened for all the company over the world with test. We just like apply it easily, not thinking of a very complicated system, but they can some of small chunk the flow, which can be able to automate. So we come to and automate that flow only. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Okay, thank you. And Tain I mentioned, can you mention some use case in banking for the AI?
Yeah, actually, AI is very powerful in fintech and especially in banking. So the AI is already been there long times ago for banking, but it's keep in internal. So normally there are two things that banking is working before, like I think 10 years ago for AI. So first is credit scoring. So for example, if you as a user you want to subscribe for a credit, and then bank having a lot of the AI module, which is scanning your information, referring your category to some of the limitation of the credit. So some people can have a high credit, some people will have a low credit, some people will be rejected for the credit. So that is a use case that bank is already using for AI. And the second one is detect fraud. So for example, for a lot of the abnormal user case, for example, certainly there one bank account which can transfer like 10,000 transactions per day. So that is something abnormal, right? So bank have a system to scan all the transactions every day, every hour to see which is an abnormal transaction, and then they can zoom in and then they can connect the pupil to see if there is any behavior which is fraud, money laundering or something. So that system is running, and sometimes they identify some hacker, some people doing some bad thing for the transaction. Those two things I think believe that is there already like very long times ago, and now bank is actually using more of the advanced user case for AI.
Okay, thank you, Philip. And I think it's already 15 minutes for the Q&A session. And thank you, anyone who already throw a question. And thank you, Philip, for the answer. Back to you, Tasya.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Puji, for leading Q&A session. Then now we can hear Mr. Philip to make closing statement before we move to the next speaker.
Thank you for everyone for your attendance and also for a lot of the question. So just conclusion with the rise of AI, and I believe that with also the support from ASEAN developer discussion, we are confident to say that AI is not the game for only US or West Asia developer companies. But I think ASEAN company will be one of the strong community to contribute to the success of the global business with the AI power, not only AI power, but also for the other tech power as well. So from AI and technology, let's partner together and we can bring more success to the tech business over the world. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Philip. Next, in the second discussion, we will talk about the metaverse. The metaverse is a concept of a connected virtual world where users can interact with each other in the digital environment in real time. The metaverse can be developed as a virtual shopping platform where users can explore and purchase products online using digital currency. Are you still enthusiastic to hear from the next speaker? Let's start right away. Ms. Shaartz is founder of Sharrtz organization Myanmar. She is a mentor and advocating inclusivity in the tech landscape. It is your turn now.
Hello, everyone. Can you see my slide?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Shaartz. Yeah.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Easter developer and participants, welcome to a journey into the future, a future where digital realities converge and possibilities are boundless. My name is Shartz, and today I'm thrilled to unveil the Metaverse, a groundbreaking platform that promises to redefine the way we experience and interact with the digital world. Join me as we explore the challenges we face in our current digital landscape and discover how the Metaverse offers innovative solutions to propel us into the new era of creativity, collaborations, and connectivity. In our increasingly digital world, the divide between physical and virtual experience has never been more apparent. Traditional online platforms often lack the depth and immersion needed to truly engage users, leaving them feeling disconnected and uninspired. The Metaverse seeks to bridge this gap by offering a dynamic and immersive digital environment where users can explore, create, and connect like never before. At the heart of the Metaverse lies the power to transform our digital experiences. By leveraging cutting-edge technology such as augmented reality, virtual reality, and 3D visualization, we can create immersive worlds that blurs the line between realities and imagination. From virtual events and interactive experience to digital commerce and collaborative workspace, the possibility within the metaverse are endless. One of the key challenges we face in our current digital landscape is the lack of meaningful engagement. Traditional online platforms often fail to capture the attention and interest of users, leading to decreased retention and conversion rates. The Metaverse addresses this challenge by offering immersive and interactive experiences that keep users engaged and entertained. Whether it's exploring virtual spaces, attending live events, or shopping in 3D stores, the Metaverse offers more compelling and captivating user experiences. But the true power of the Metaverse lies in its ability to empower creators and transform industry across the globe. The Metaverse is featured in various sectors, including real estate industry, retail and e-commerce industry, and entertainment. Imagine touring properties in immersive 3D, allowing potential buyers to explore homes and commercial spaces from anywhere in the world. Let's see some videos showing our Metaverse work in various industries.
By the end of 2019, people are moving around unaware of the danger. COVID-19. Some cities were gradually devastated by the deadly COVID-19 attacks. Some businesses are in recession. Some operations were shut down. Thus, employers sought to solve problems for both the pandemic period and the post-COVID period. The real estate industry was also involved. One of the solutions is to integrate virtual solutions into the business. Can work from home solve the real problem of real estate business? When selling an apartment or a house, no matter how beautiful the pictures, employers have to show the customers around because the pictures can be different from what customers see. It is also difficult to sell a building in one city to a customer in another city. There is Metaverse to deal with such situations. In Metaverse, buildings from all over the world can be displayed and sold with 3D vision. You can even see a building in another city as if you were in person. In addition to your own 3D models in Metaverse, you can scan the outside room with a 3D scanner to get a more accurate view. Thus, customers from all over the country can easily find the layout of rooms and houses through Metaverse without having to visit again and again. It can save time, money and energy. In addition, it can enhance the market expansion.
So these are the different use case of media metaverse in various industries. So who know this the last event? Raise hand please if you know the events. Yes, the last event is the Water Splash Festival, the Gem Festivals of Myanmar, celebrating in the metaverse. By leveraging the media metaverse, industry can unlock new opportunities for innovation, collaborations, and growth, adherence in new eras of digital transformation. That's why we are thrilled to announce the Nubia Creator Program, a unique opportunity for developers, artists, and innovators to unleash their creativity and join us on this extraordinary journey. As a member of the creator program, you will gain access to cutting-edge tools, resources, and support to bring your idea to life in the metaverse. Whether you are a seasoned developer or a budding artist, there's a place for you in our vibrant communities of creators. Please take a look at the video for creator program.
If you are 3D designer, AR, VR, creator, this is for you. Upload and showcase your creation. Sell and trade. Your design in 3D to AR. AR Room Tool. AR Interior Design. AR Product Display. AR Landscape. Fun and dance. Play. Upload and play now for free.
If you are a business owner and you would like to offer a Metaverse and AR/VR solution to your client, you can join this creator program. You don't need no special code skill. Our creator portal will help you to create your own Metaverse or AR product from scratch. At the heart of the Nubian Metaverse is a vibrant and collaborative communities of creators, innovators, and enthusiasts. Through events, workshops, and online forums, we foster an environment of creativity, collaboration, and shared learning. The community event. From virtual meetup to hackathon, our community event provide opportunities for members to connect, collaborate, and learn from one another. Educational resources. We offer a wealth of educational resources, including tutorial, documentations, and mentorship programs to support creators at every stage of their journey. Feedback and iteration. We encourage feedback and iteration, empowering our community members to shape the future of the metaverse through their contributions and insights. Inclusive community. We are committed to building an inclusive and diverse community that welcomes individuals from all backgrounds and experiences. By fostering a culture of respect, openness, and collaboration, we ensure that everyone has the opportunity to participate and thrive in the metaverse. The futures of digital realities. As we look to the futures of digital reality, it's essential to consider the broader implications of potential impacts on society. The Mugen Metaverse represents not just a technological advancement, but a paradigm shift in how we perceive and interact with the digital world. Social impact. The Metaverse has the potential to break down barriers and bring people together in new and meaningful ways. From virtual community to shared experience, it has the power to foster connection and bridge divides across cultures and continents. Ethical consideration. As we embrace in new digital frontier, it's crucial to consider the ethical implications of metaverse technology. Issues such as data privacy, digital rights, and inclusivity must be carefully navigated to ensure that metaverse remain a force for good. Economic opportunity. The metaverse also presents vast economic opportunity for individual business and entire economies. From new revenue stream to job creation, it has the potential to drive growth and prosperity in digital age. Environmental sustainability. As we build and inhabit virtual world, it's essential to consider the environmental impacts of metaverse technology. By leveraging sustainable practices and technology, we can minimize our carbon footprint and build a more environmentally conscious metaverse. To learn more about the Mugen Metaverse and how you can get involved in the creator program, please visit to our website or reach out to us directly to the contact mentioned in the slide. Together, let's create something extraordinary. Thank you for attending this webinar, and we welcome any question you may have, or you can ask me later or at our Telegram channel mentioned in the slide.
Okay, 20 minutes full of insight. Thank you, Ms. Sharp. To save time, let's move straight to the Q&A session. Mr. Puji, you can start the Q&A session.
Okay, thank you, Dasha, and thank you, Shah, for the explaining the metaverse. Let's start the Q&A session. We already have some question in the chat. Maybe first question from Tovan. Invest in metaverse commonly need a huge amount and may lead to uncertainty result. His opinion. What do you suggest about that, Shah?
Yes, that's a good question. Thank you. Investing in the metaverse can indeed require substantial capital and may involve uncertainties. To address this, here are some suggestions. You should start small. Begin with a pilot project or limited scale investment to test the waters in assess the feasibilities of the metaverse initiative. This approach allows you to minimize the initial financial risks while gaining valuable insight into the potential returns and challenge. And then diversifying investment. Instead of placing all your resources into a single metaverse project, considering diversifying your investment across multiple opportunities. This approach helps spread risks and increases likelihood of finding successful venture within the metaverse ecosystem. And partner with experts. Collaborate with experienced developer, technologists, and industry experts who have a proven track record in the metaverse space. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir, and thank you, Devon, for the question. And we move to the next question, Chunling. I have two questions. First, Are there any plans to integrate it into the Apple Vision Pro platform? And the second question is, as I'm also a civil engineer in construction, I'm interested in using the Metaverse to improve safety on the construction site. Could you offer any suggestion for this integration?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Tony Nai, and thank you for your question. For the first question, I have plans to integrate into the Apple Vision Pro platforms. Yes, we are in the research stage to develop our Metaverse into the Apple Vision Pro platforms. But we have some struggle and some requirement resource point for the development of this Apple Vision Pro to develop this Apple Vision Pro platforms. So the second question, so you are a civil engineer in construction, so any metaverse use case. So as for the suggestion, you can use in the creating 3D virtualization in the metaverse, allowing your clients to fully experience your designs in the virtual world. That's the first suggestion. And then another one is using the AR features in your design, like 3D models, displaying it in the AR, so you can experience in actual conditions, whether the design is on the site, what is the design, what we found on the site, or such as like that. I think it can answer your question.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Wu. This can answer my question.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shar, and thank you, Sunling. And we have a question from Dani. How accessible is the Myopia Creator Program outside Myanmar? And what support is available for aspiring creator?
Thank you, Danny, for your question. For the Myopia Creator Program is accessible to creator outside Myanmar, offering global platform for aspiring innovator to unleash their creativity. So we provide comprehensive resource tutorials and community support to guide creators through the process of building and publishing content in the metaverse. Thank you for your question.
Okay, and we have we have question from Wahyudi. How do you think the Metaverse and Metaverse citizen can maintain user data and privacy, considering that Metaverse citizen can come from different background?
So thank you for your question. Protecting your user data and privacy in the metaverse is indeed a critical concern, especially given the diverse background of metaverse citizens and the potential for the metaverse to become a realistic second world. So some consideration on how maintain data privacy in metaverse is transparent data policy. Metaverse platform should establish a clear and transparent data policy that outline how the user data is collected and stored and used within the virtual environments. And the another one is user consent and control. Users should have full control over their personal data and how it's shared within the metaverse. Platform should update explicit consents from user before collecting any data and provide them with option to manage their privacy settings. Encryption, the another one is encryption and security measure. Metaverse platform should implement robust encryption and security measure to protect user data from unauthorized access or breach. And the another one is compliance and regulation. Metaverse platform must comply with relevant data protection regulation and standards, such as general data protection regulations in the European Union or California Consumer Privacy Act in the United States. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shah.
Okay, thank
Hello?
EdTech. Hello?
Hello? Yes.
Sorry, I'm disconnected a bit. Okay, another question from Segmen. Could you foresee Metaverse future because it is EdTech? Okay, Share.
Do you clearly hear my voice? Sorry, there's a lot of
Yes, I can clearly
sound
hear
in
your
here.
voice.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It's actually not quite clear.
So, thank you, Mo, for your question. So could you first remember the best features? Yes. As for the question, please. As for the question, thank you for your question. But so here are sample that share with the metaverse will shape the futures. I think, in my opinion, it will enhance virtual collaborations, expand digital economies, and personalize digital experience, integration with physical space, and social and cultural impact. Overall, the future of metaverse is likely to shape by a complex interplays of technological advancements, social trends, and cultural shift. I think they can answer your question.
Okay. Okay. We have a question from Ahmad. How far is we from integrating metaverse tech with our daily life? Is it possible that in 2 or 3 years in the future, we can see many people using multiverse tech, like Apple Vision in their daily life, like smartphone in the past? Okay,
We open the mic. If it's noisy, please. So thank you for your question. Predicting the Asia timeline for the widespread integrations of the metaverse technology in our daily life is challenging, as it depends on various factors, including technological advancement, market adaptations, and social acceptance. However, if I can say some info speculation based on current trends and developments, is first one is current state, and the second one is technological process, market adaptation, social acceptance. It's possible that we could see significant investment in the integrations of the metaverse technology into daily life within the next 2 to 3 years. However, widespread adaptation on the scale of smartphone may take longer to achieve, as it require further technological refinements, market maturity, and cultural acceptance.
okay. Thank you, Chef. And we have another from Ardian. Can you elaborate on the revenue model for Myopia, particularly in terms of monetization opportunity for creators?
Yes, YouTube Metaverse offer monetization avenues for creator, including virtual asset sale, sponsored events, advertising partnerships, and subscription service. We believe in empowering creators to monetize their content effectively while providing value to our users. Thank you for your question.
Okay, we have another one from who is it? Oh yeah, from Lutfi. How can we identify and prevent the potential misuse of metaverse? What concrete step can be taken by company and regulator to protect user from the risk?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Okay, how can we identify and prevent the potential misuse of Metaverse? And what concrete steps can be taken by company and regulator to protect user from the risk?
So thank you for your question. I think it's question from Lutfi.
From
Yeah. Yes. Identifying and preventing the minus of the metaverse technology, particularly in VR platform like Upper Vision Pro and Oculus, require a multi-pixels approach involving technology, regulations, and user education, including technological safeguards, ethical design principle, user education and awareness, and then community standards and reporting mechanisms. And the last one is regulatory oversight. By implementing these measures, companies and regulators can help mitigate the risks of misuse of metaverse technology and ensure that users can safely and responsibly engage in virtual environment. Thank you for your question.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, we have another one from Hanif. How does Myopia Metaverse collaborate with developer and partner to enhance its platform and offerings?
So thank you, Kenneth, for your question. So collaboration is key to success of Myopia Metaverse. We actively engage with developers, content creators, and strategic partners through our developer program, co-creation initiative, and partnership opportunity to drive innovation and expand our ecosystem.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, I think we already covered all question in the chat, and if anyone have any other question, we still have, I think, 2 minutes left for the Q&A session. You can throw it in the chat or raise a hand. Okay, I think there is no question again. And everyone here, if you still have a question, we can continue it in the group chat. Okay, back to you, Tasha, and thank you, Sharp.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Puji, for the discussion. Now, Ishar, please make closing statement for the discussion.
Sorry for your noisy voice at my side. In conclusion, the Myopia Metaverse represents a bold new frontier in digital innovation. By harnessing the power of the Metaverse, we can create immersive, interactive, and unforgettable experiences that push the boundary of what's possible. So if you're ready to navigate the future of digital realities and unlock your creative potential, we invite you to join us on this incredible journey. Together, let's shape the futures of the digital world. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. Next is the third topic about SUPA-based framework, which will be presented by Mr. Mulya Nastia. Mr. Mulya, as a co-founder of Refactory, has been a developer for more than 10 years and has various experience in local and world-level projects. This framework, called Raiden, helps developers utilize SUPA-based more effectively. Are you ready to hear more details about the SUPA-based framework? Okay, Mr. Mulya, please proceed.
Okay, greetings everyone. I will share my slide. Everyone can see it. Okay. Okay, thank you for having me on this event. I'm very excited to share all of you about what we work on this year. We start this project on mid January. As Tasha said, I'm a co-founder of Refactory. Refactory is a software company in Indonesia focused on software development, such as web, mobile, desktop, quality assurance, DevOps, and also solution architect. On this year, we also entering the AI market. Okay. In this talk, I will explain about Raiden. Raiden is the web framework focused on backend side. This framework built on top of Supabase. Why we choose the Raiden as the name? Raiden means God of Thunder of Lightning. With that name, we aim Raiden as will be framework that can help engineers to build application faster as lightning. Okay, why do we need create another framework? I will tell you the background story of that reason. Last year, we are working on a national scale e-commerce project. They want to cut the cost by migrating from Magento to their own app. That platform have 5 apps, 3 web apps, mobile apps such as iOS on iPhone and Android. The timeline just 4 months. We start to initialize the Supabase on March 2023 and finish it in June 2023. To give you a context, I will explain about Supabase. Supabase is a database as a service platform. It is open source and can be used also as Firebase alternative. Okay, here the Supabase dashboard. As you can see, we can create the entity or the table for our database. For example, I create a new table called books, and then I will add new column, let's say a title of the book, and also pages. This is the count of pages that we'll have in the book. Okay, this is will be, for example, integer, and the title is varchar. Okay, I will save it. Okay, it takes 3 seconds. Maybe the internet connections issues. I will try to refresh it. Okay, let's create it again. Books, title, and also pages. Okay. Okay. Okay, as you can see, we already have a books table. We can insert any data on it. For example, first title, and the pages is 100. Yeah, and we can get instant REST API documentation by visiting this API documentation. You can see this books. We can use that book with Supabase client. There's already have documentation, and also we can use this URL, and we can test by copy the this URL and also paste to our terminal, and then it will get the data. Okay, that's the reason why we choose Supabase as our base of the framework. Okay, what is Raiden? Why I should choose it? First, run of top Supabase. So this framework will inherit all of feature on Supabase. The second is open source. You can view the source code and also contribute if you have interest. And also it is model and controller based instant REST API like I demoed before. And also database as a code. This is the common framework have migration, but usually migration only have a single way to apply your changes. With this framework, it can apply both. For example, if you have changes on your code, it can apply and changes apply the changes to the cloud platform Supabase. And if you change manually on Supabase, like I demoed before, it can import the changes to your code. And next is ACL or access control list. This is very important feature for large application. Raiden will make ACL easy to add, modify, and revoke the user access. Last and not least, the development time. We can cut the development time and tackle easily with Raiden. Okay, I will talk about the architecture. This is the current architecture of Supabase. It have first layer is a Kong. Kong is a API gateway. It can mapping some URL or add guard on this area, such as add a rate limiter or add something that we can do modify the request or response. It have out. It use go through and also have REST. It integrate with Postgres. It have feature such as real time storage and PG. PG is the meta information that you can retrieve from Supabase. And also have edge function and also GraphQL. In Raiden, we replace that Kong area with our implementation. It have a router, proxy, and middleware. So you can code model the end controller on here. Function and also database as code, like I said before, CLI utility, and also scheduler. Okay, we also re-implemented the HTTP instead of use default Golang net HTTP. We use fast HTTP. This is 10 times faster than standard library. Okay, how to install it? To install it, very simple. I will copy this and I will share my terminal. Okay, here I paste it will download the latest binary from the GitHub release. And then we will have this binary. We can make it executable. As you can see, it's not executable yet. Raiden. Okay, now we can execute this binary. Raiden. Okay, now this is the alpha version of Raiden. We just released it yet. And then we can start to create a project by running start command. For example, I create a folder called demo4. Okay, and then I already have Raiden on my path, so I can execute the Raiden from anywhere. Let's run the Raiden start. As you can see, we can choose which the target deployment you want to use. If you have your own infrastructure, or you can use self-hosted, you can deploy it using Docker or Kubernetes to deploy the Supabase. In this demo, I will use cloud. Okay, the first question is enter the project name. You must create first on Supabase platform about the app. I will explain in here. First, going home, I will choose ASEAN Development Discussion or project. This you need to create new project and call anything you want. In this example, I will add app. This is the existing app that I prepared. Okay, app, and enter your access token. You can get the access token from here. You can create the new one. I already have my access token. And then the next, okay, timeout. Let's try again. Okay, next is the anon key. The anon key you can get from your project. Can check on this area. Project settings API. Okay, this is the anon key. You can copy and paste it to here, and also the service key. Okay, this will download the dependencies of Raiden, and will also import the resources if you already have resources on your project. For example, in this project, I already have a table and also have storage and also have function. Yeah, it will import all that resource. Okay. Yeah, we can check the app folder. As you can see, we already have models that we imported from the Supabase table, and also the roles. Okay. Next, I will demonstrate the project that I already prepared. Here, to start the Raiden project, we can run the command Raiden run. It will start the Raiden, and will provide the route, and we can access the routes by visiting this route based on the method. For example, I will use welcome. You can visit this. Okay, it will respond, welcome to Raiden. The code is very simple for this. We just return welcome to Raiden. You can also, for example, add something to the path or any payload you want and get the that path. For example, for this example, I add the named road and add that named road to the response. Here's the example. Okay, and then we can also get that Supabase have, like I said before, we have instant REST API. So if you generate that resource on Supabase, you can get that REST API. For example, I test by using this REST event. We can get all the data, but the differences is if you use normal Supabase, you can change any routes. So these events will always represented as database name. But in Raiden, you can change that route in controller. For example, I can change this event, for example, another name, and you can hide the original name of the resource. Okay, I will test another route. For example, this is I use the regular Supabase data, and also we can create the new event. For example, title the port event, good one. Okay, we try to get again. Okay. As you can see, we get the additional data, and also we can patch the data. For example, I will update the ID of 4, another event. Let's check and try to get the data again. Yes.
Mr. Mulya, I'm sorry.
Yes.
For the presentation time is 5 minutes left.
Okay. There is some feature that we can use Supabase. For example, it also have auth login. For this example, we can get the token and also upload an image. Anything that Supabase have, we will cover in Raiden. Some of them already covered. Okay. Okay, that's some feature that are already covered. And the upcoming feature, we will cover the real time and SEL and also optimized query cache. This is very important features that we need to cover on next milestone. Okay, that's my presentation. Do you have any questions?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mulya. This last topic is equally interesting. So let's move on to the next Q&A session. Mr. Puji, you can start the Q&A session.
Okay, thank you, Tasha, and thank you, Mulya, for the explanation. Okay, everyone, if you have any question for the Raiden framework or database as a service, you can type in the chat or raise a hand. Okay, Mulya, we already have one question. The question is, it's free or not, the Raiden framework? And he asked for the link. from Tain Miet Mong.
Okay, the Raiden is open source. It is free. I will share the link on the chat. Okay, this is the GitHub. Okay, this is the GitHub link. Oops, no edit. Please, sorry. I need to update. Okay, that's the correct link.
Okay, and we have another question from Chunling. Wait a minute. Okay, he is exploring the possibility of building a mobile application with Supabase serving as the backend database. And he asked, do you have any suggestion or resource that could assist him in achieving his problem? He is trying to integrate an AI object detection model developed using YOLO in Jupyter Lab.
Okay. Yeah, it's possible to build a mobile application with Supabase. Basically, Supabase already support basic HTTP requests to interact with Supabase via mobile app. There's also a Supabase client, official Supabase client for Flutter, and also community client for Android and also for Swift. For next is AI object detection. Okay, this is not part more or part of my expertise, so I cannot answer at this time. Okay.
Okay, thank you. We have another question from Ardian. Since it works based on Supabase, is there any constraint for the developer to work with Raiden?
Okay. The constraint maybe that Supabase constraint will inherit on the Raiden, but the Raiden have better. I think, for example, if you use Supabase, you only have one database, PostgreSQL. But if you choose Raiden, you can add more code on. For example, we have custom controller. You can integrate with another kind of database such as MySQL or NoSQL.
Oh,
Okay, okay. And the next one, is there any documentation that we can read before for this framework?
Okay, yes, we already have the documentation. I will share the documentation link on the chat.
Okay, thank you, Mulia. Okay, anyone here have any other question for the database as a service Raiden framework?
Okay. I think I want to ask the questions.
Okay, Ardian, you can ask the question.
Yeah. Question is, you say that you have implemented this. You have a background story about your mobile development before on the marketplace. I want to know how might it will be fast for these frameworks, maybe to cut off the time of development. Do you have any estimation, or maybe some what do you call comparisons for the normal development between the normal development and the supervised development? Maybe do you have any estimations how many percents that we might be cut off for average development?
Okay, thank you, Ardian. To give you a picture, with normal development, you need to create several things, such as you need to create the backend side and create for example, if you use GraphQL or REST API, you need to create your own implementation. That's will need time to create that. With the Supabase, like I said before, it have instant REST API. That's the part of a good thing about Supabase that can cut a lot of time when building of app. For estimate, that depends on the project, the size of project. Yeah, it's very depends on that project.
Yeah, what I mean is it's on average development. It's for maybe for just only a small business sample marketplace, I guess, as what you do. Can you estimate?
Yeah. For example, for e-commerce, you have many features. Depends on the e-commerce. For example, you have data products, variants, card, payment system, and also the transportation. You need to shipping to the product to your customers, and it have a lot of time to, if you build by your own. With Supabase, you can cut many steps. You can just create the entity that you need, and then you can add the you can get the REST API instantly.
Okay, thank you, Maria. And Aryan, is it answering your question? Okay, I think we move to the next question. The question is from Danny. What is the potential that Raiden could be used for small business, and how much it costs to maintain it?
Okay. Yes, Raiden can be used in small business. It is very simple. You can create your implementation on the code side or Supabase dashboard, and then synchronize the resource between your code and database. And how much cost? It depends on what you use. For example, if you use a Supabase client, Supabase Cloud, there are pricing for that. You can check on the Supabase website. And if you choose to self-hosted, you can maintain your infrastructure on, for example, if you have a colocation server or you have your own server, you can deploy it on that.
Okay, thank you, Mulia. Okay, everyone, we still have 4 minutes left for the Q&A session. If you guys have any other question, you can throw it in the chat for the topic database as a service. Okay, we have Fitias. The question is, if I already have a running app that utilizes Postgre as a database, how much effort would it take to integrate the Raiden framework?
Okay, I think that can be quick enough because as you can see when I share the first demo, when you start the Raiden project, it will import all of the resource. For example, the table will be converted into model, and then you can use that model for your business app. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Mulia. And next question is from Fatwa Reza. What are the primarily benefit or advantage of using Raiden framework in Supabase compared to other database management solution?
Okay. So when we use Supabase on our project, we can see the gap between default implementation of Supabase. That's why we create Raiden to fill that gap. For example, if you made a changes directly on Supabase, you can tracking which the resource that you modify or add. But by using Raiden, you can track everything into the code. That's why one of the benefit is database as a code on Raiden side.
Okay, thank you, Mulia. Okay, Nyaman, we still have 2 minutes for the question. Okay, we have a question from Akbar. Database as a service will put most loads directly into the database. I will assume it will need a huge resource for an application that has a lot of user. How did you manage the database resource, like a CPU and memory usage?
Okay, this is the upcoming features we want to tackle. So by using default approach, this will directly access the database and get the data from database. And on the Raiden side, we want to add a query cache. So if someone requests the data, it should not access it. It will return the data directly immediately from the app instead of the database.
Okay, thank you, Mulia. We already 15 minutes in our Q&A session. And thank you, everyone who already have a question. And thank you, Mulia, for answering that. And back to you, Tasya.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Puji, for the discussion. Now, Mr. Mulya, please make closing statement for the discussion.
Okay. Raiden just released the alpha version. This is a first important step of the milestone. We aim the bigger goals to make software development faster, enjoyable, and secure. We invite to all software engineers to who have interest in Superbase and this framework, Raiden, to try it. And any feedback or you can share any real use cases so we can improve it and make it better. Thank you.
All right, all three speakers have presented their respective topics. Time flies so fast, we are already at the end of our event. How was it, everyone? The topic of today's webinar was truly exciting. We hope this webinar can expand our insights and help us collaborate with other software developers across the ASEAN region. Before I close this event, I'd like to express my gratitude to our speaker for your contribution in this webinar. I also extend our thanks to all participants for their active engagement, thoughtful question, and valuable contribution to today's discussion. As our webinar comes to close, let's capture a group photo to commemorate our time together. Please all turn on your cameras and join us for a quick snapshot at the end of the event. Okay. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. One more again. 1, 2, 3. For the next slide. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm happy to see your excited face. Now we are already at the end of the event. I hope that today's webinar has been informative and inspiring to everyone. And we look forward to welcoming you to our next ASEAN Developer Discussion event. Stay tuned on the ASEAN Developer Discussion Instagram. Don't forget to follow and enable notification so you won't miss any important updates from us regarding ASEAN Developer Discussion. Okay, thank you all and have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. See you.
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.